I don't have any fancy Christmas socks.
Oh, well, I will take pictures of me in my Christmas outfit. I dress up like an elf.
I know what to get James for Christmas now. Christmas socks.
What, Christmas socks?
Ugly socks. Not even Christmas socks. It has to be like the real ugly ones that you can't wear with shorts. You have to wear them inside.
Give me some of the ones that that guy wore on iCarly. It was like lit up and stuff.
I'm too old to watch iCarly.
It's not on anymore, but it was.
Oh, I know it was, but I remember watching her when she was on School of Rock, and then I was like, oh, cool, she has a TV show.
And Drake and Josh, I watched that. It was.
Oh, I forgot I need to mute myself on this. There's a weird echo.
Yeah, you need to do that.
Is the stream on now? I haven't even.
I finally started getting YouTube notifications for when streams are on. I don't have to wait for someone to make a post.
Does anybody want to look at my screen and see what YouTube thinks I'm playing?
Crisis Core?
Apparently. I don't know why.
I've never played or seen that.
Oh, you know why?
Oh, wait.
You know why? It's because it's Final Fantasy PSP Part 7. So they've assumed it's Final Fantasy 7.
That's not the same. That's the true crisis. That's the core of the issue.
Now, y'all are sure that my microphone's not up too loud, right?
James, can you just
turn it down?
James, can you post the link? I'm not gonna do it actually, because I need to short my shit. Post the link. How I just
guess so.
In my little tutorial video.
Oh, I've missed this. The last time I think I did this, I was in Orlando. I was not at Disney World, so I could spend some time with you a-holes.
No, yeah,
I was just sitting in my hotel.
Oh, you were in
your hotel? I totally got back.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I know. It was a great way to spend the day. My hotel room smelled like really musty and moldy, which is really weird because it was one of the resort hotels.
It was in Florida though, so I'm not surprised.
No, I mean it was just after the hurricane hit it, and it was like used to. It was really nice. It was the Hilton. They like let refugees stay in it and stuff, but the hotel itself sustained a lot of damage. So. We switched hotels halfway through, and not because we didn't like the hotel, but because we're cheap and we use like freebie hotel nights and stuff. So we switched, and that hotel didn't smell funny.
Right.
But it wasn't in Walt Disney World either.
At least you got to go places.
Yeah,
I live really close. I've not been in there.
Well, then come next year. Come get it. Come work for Microsoft. So Microsoft will let you come and party in Orlando. They're doing the same conference in the same city next year, which usually doesn't happen. Usually they have so many problems they pick another place. It was Atlanta the year before that.
Well, Amy, you've got a cape now. Amy has a cape. James,
I got a cape?
Long braided hair.
Oh, wait. Why do I have a cape? Because am I not like weaker? I have to be like half naked. That's my thing.
No. You've taken off the headband, which restrains the hair of power. And it's now free, like a Super Saiyan.
I don't. Is that wise? What? How's my HP? Oh wait. Go back. Wait.
Your HP is actually lower.
There somewhere.
Your HP is lower.
Yeah,
James, explain.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't need to be explained that. I do not need to be the first one to die. That is James's job.
No. My HP and my MP. My HP and my MP goes down.
Yeah, but I've got like 438. Why? Tell me why I need clothes to be made mortal.
Where are we going now, James?
What? I don't even know. You're not loaded up. I gotta load up my game. But basically we're going to the 3-7 was it? I forget actually. Let me turn my game on so I can be a part of this whole thing.
I can't even remember how to get the world map up.
I think it's circle and start. Hold circle and press start.
Yeah, but I don't know what.
Sean, how many intelligence points do I?
Okay, I've got that sorted.
Which one am I playing as?
You have 9 intelligence, so you can nearly read.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I can wipe my own ass without support.
Sean can, he's out of toilet paper.
I've got 35. Actually, you've got more intelligence than Wall. Oh yeah. That was not a fun experience. I was not very happy.
No, I actually looked up. Did you know that toilet paper was invented for the toilet paper to go over the roll, not under the roll? You can actually tell people they're wrong if they put it on incorrectly.
Jesus Christ.
I do much prefer it going over.
Get into it? Yeah, because otherwise you think about cats and babies and, you know, other stupid things that like to go and grab them and just like they play with the roll and all the toilet paper comes flying off. But if you have it over, it never just starts spinning. It only spins if it's going underneath.
Okay.
See, I mean, that's, well, if you spend as much time in the bathroom as I have, James, that would be a pretty big deal.
Why'd you spend so much time in the bathroom?
She's a girl.
Because, yeah, James nailed it, because I'm a girl. We have parties in there, that's why we never even go in there by ourselves.
What are you... Okay, Sean.
I'm getting the fire crystal. I have one crystal.
Yeah, go to the that red dot in the lower right corner of the map.
Where it looks like
that's
there's
a town.
Explosion.
No, that's where the ship is.
Okay.
The red town.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see.
There's a yellow dot to the left of that. There's two of them.
Pardon me.
We're going to the bottom one. That's where the cave is, or the vault canoe.
So how far are we from Bahamut, the king of dragons?
Huh?
How far are we to the end?
Bahamut? We've already seen Bahamut. Sorry.
Wait, I thought he's the end boss. Is he not the... Oh my god, of course he's not.
No. He gave us the upgraded classes.
I know. I just fought him in World of Final Fantasy, and my brain is all fried. My brain is fried. It's been a bad day.
What's his true name in World of Final Fantasy? Tell me that.
Tia Badalo.
Oh
something.
yeah, Tia Badalo.
And he is just irritating. I mean, he's not irritating, but he's got more of a rage problem than I do today. And he just kept yelling and screaming at me. I just had to smack him around a bit, I guess.
You got kind of a weird voice for that game.
I think that the voice acting in that game is excellent, but then there's a couple people in it that you're just like, you nailed so many of them so well, and then you got, not only do you, Quistis is weird. I don't like her voice.
No, I don't like her voice.
Every time she talks, I'm like, you make me dislike her more. Quit it.
I don't remember her voice actor. I have to play it again.
But you think that game like, I don't even hate Trauma, even though that voice is supposed to be irritating. Well, the character's irritating. You just kind of deal with it.
I love Tama.
I know, but I think Pez even said something like, if you can't handle Tama's voice, don't play the game.
Oh, Tama's good.
Or something like that. But it didn't bother me so much. But when you hear a character that they have their own voice in your head, and it's not that in World of Final Fantasy,
it's a speech pattern more than anything.
Oh yeah, I don't think it's the voice so much as it is the speech.
It's almost like they plucked someone off the street and had them just read a script. I think you might be right about that. Some of them are really good. I think Squall. I mean, I hate Final Fantasy VIII, but I think Squall was done really well too.
We used to all copy Tama's speech pattern when WoW first came out. All of the peasants were doing talking like the Tama.
But did you do the voice too, or did you just type the after everything and have the words
after it? It's not.
It's in
not the after
places.
Everything. It's just after like certain nouns.
It's not after the everything.
Now? Oh God!
You have to say it after certain nouns. You can't just say it after the
only
everything.
when you're gonna notice.
James, where do I get some good magic?
Shops.
I think top left, actually. Top left.
I'm trying to... What shops you're talking about, or what magic you need.
There's some good magic in this one. Up here.
Oh yeah, you didn't buy stuff because I went and bought stuff.
No, I didn't buy stuff after I upgraded the classes.
Hang on. Let me kill these guys. I'm in a battle with horny devils.
Horny
Basically.
Devil.
That sounds like Alfie.
Yeah, basically flying Alfreds.
Oh, he was evil in his comment. I like
can't remember what it was.
Where is your god now?
I've seen that before somewhere. I don't know where it's from, but it's hilarious. Still.
I've heard the quote from something. Desert Beretta.
I think there's a stand-up comic. I can't remember,
Oh
but
my
it's like,
God,
"Suck it, I'm your my god." I can't even remember.
The Joker. You can buy warp back in the town north of the Earth Cave.
If I walk far away from this computer, and by far away I just mean like downstairs, I'm on a wireless headset. Do you think it'll cut off?
It might like get staticky.
Well, maybe I will shut my mouth for a moment. I'm just gonna refill some Spritty. I'll be right back. Keep talking.
Okay. Okay.
James, I'm
Yes,
fighting a Beretta. I'm fighting a literal gun. Oh no, it died. Okay. It was quite.
Now it's
it was
dead.
quite hardcore. To be fair. So,
Ooh, I can creep y'all.
Holy shit.
What is
That
it?
scared the hell out of me.
what's going on? I remember I can use.
Let's see. Let me load up the map. Tell you where to go to get stuff.
Wait, James, isn't it your birthday today?
Yeah.
Birthday
Happy
to
birthday.
James. Happy birthday to James.
Who has thanked you today?
Happy birthday
Who has sang to me?
to James.
Everyone. No one has sang to me today.
To James.
Think you've done the Marilyn Monroe?
Basically, Sean is singing to today. Sean is the one who's sang so
Nobody
far.
appreciate. Yeah, but you spoke over my song.
It's true. I can sing to you in Tagalog. It's really easy.
And what?
Maliga. Tagalog, Filipino.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, it's just
Filipino.
maligayang bati, maligayang bati, maligayang bati. I don't even know what maligayang bati means, but I know it's not happy birthday, but that's what they say.
I think you might have insulted me and my family.
No, that's been like putang inamu, putang inamu, putang inamu.
Oh wait, I think I went to the wrong town.
I'm gonna ask Nikki what you just said.
Well, I just called you. I was like, son of a bitch, son of a bitch, son of a bitch. You're a son of a bitch.
Oh, I went to the wrong town.
Okay.
Oops.
That makes sense.
You're not. I'm pretty sure your mother is a lovely woman.
James, I went to the wrong town. I went to level 7
Yeah.
magic.
Yeah, that's not where you're
I'm
supposed
not
to go.
quite intelligent enough. No, I know, it's the one south near the Triangle Island. Oh, okay.
Oh, it's
I'm not-
Dragon. Why didn't you talk to him?
Because
Fake
he actually only sings Barney songs.
Ooh.
What? Did that dragon not have anything you wanted? Ooh. Is this
I
game
just
the
want
only
one-on-one.
game where the ogres actually know how to do magic and they're not just like a brute brawler?
That's not an
No.
ogre. That's not an ogre.
They can, and
Ah, it says
No.
an ogre mage.
No, that's a Smurf on steroids. It's not the same thing.
It says
In any-
ogre mage.
No, it's a Smurf.
They paid
And-
somebody to
It's blue.
translate.
Look.
in any case, no, they can play. They can use them in the next game too.
Oh, okay. See there, we got the Final Fantasy Encyclopedia out again.
I don't think they can in any other games, but they can in 1 and 2. Because
I
if
mean,
they like to cast Blink 16 on you or on themselves, it's hard as shit to heal.
It just doesn't make sense when you think of an ogre. You don't think of them as a magic user. I mean, they
There are
You
some
think they
very
have-
rare.
less intelligent than me.
Well, to be fair, when you think of a human, you don't think of a magic user either.
True. Touche.
I mean, just to put that out there, just to make sure it's known from all parties.
Okay, I can actually land right outside. Boom.
Let's see, was anybody in Prez's stream yesterday? The Last of Us one?
No, I missed that one.
Part of it. I was in there when he was in the building.
Were you there long enough to hear when Ellie found the book of like really bad jokes?
Yeah, when he was in the hotel? Or whatever?
Yeah, she just kept saying, oh god. And I know so many bad jokes and I couldn't think of any. Well, those were happening, and they're pretty bad, but...
When you play the DLC, her little side story, that's like before the game, she finds one of those books and you can stop and listen to her read them out again.
Man, talk about good voice actors. That game is phenomenal. I mean, it scares the shit out of me.
That's a really good game.
I mean, it makes me... I don't play genres like that, but it makes me want to... It definitely makes me want to try out Detroit. I don't know what the hell that game's about, but but it makes me want it.
Detroit does it make you want it? Detroit Become Human.
Yeah, that...
It's more like a Beyond Two Souls thing, isn't it?
I mean,
I've seen.
Oh, the Android thing?
It even horror? It seems like... Isn't it more of an action game? It's not like horror or anything.
You're talking about the Android game, but it's more like just choices, I think.
Yeah, Beyond Two Souls.
It's like suspense, like you're playing a TV show. Oh. It's not really anything.
Yeah, what's Beyond Two Souls? So I don't even... Oh, really? I thought it was more of a... Oh. Well, then that's not what I thought that game was. Whatever, I still want to play it.
Beyond Two Souls is really a dramatic sequence.
I can't wait. Well, I can, but... The only game I really want to play right now is... I want to play Zelda. Breath of the Wild.
Do you have a Switch, or are you getting one for Christmas?
Nope and nope, but I want one someday.
Santa might bring you one.
That is me too. Until that price tag goes like way
James,
down.
Or... How do I not lava and die?
Oh, lava deals 1 damage to you for every step, so don't worry about that.
That seems realistic.
So don't worry. Don't worry about lava.
This is like literal the floor is lava when we were little kids.
Don't worry about lava.
It's kind of like in the next game is even worse because it does the exact same amount of damage, but you can have up to 10,000 HP.
What? So, oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. In Final Fantasy 4, you have to have float because it'll murder you.
Lots of things in Final Fantasy 4 will murder you.
And Final Fantasy 3 as well, because holy shit.
His cousin.
I have not finished Final Fantasy 3 because I hadn't played it until I got my DS, and then I just wandered into a cave right after. I only have 2 people in my party, and I got murdered. Like, it was in like the prologue, and I got depressed, and I haven't played it since.
Oh, the beginning of the 3D version is a lot harder than the beginning of the original.
I'm pretty sure I was where I was supposed to be, and I just got massacred.
Well, in the original, you start off with all 4 characters and all the jobs. In the 3D version, you don't get that. You start off with 1 character, and you don't have any jobs.
And I don't mind the difficulty level, but I was like, there was just no precursor, no like, you know, whoa, you should think about this. It was like, hey, you're just skeleton, I'm gonna stab you in the throat.
Basically, there's a cave.
They're saying a kiddie's game.
That's where I died, was in the cave. I walked in and just got slaughtered.
Well, no, there's a cave you have to go to, and there's another cave that has, it's like an optional cave inside a town.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's the one I was in. I was inside the town.
And all that cave has is a bunch of high levels of skeletons, so you want to not go in there.
Well, that's where I died. Okay. Well, that helps me out.
Don't go in that one cave.
I wasn't even supposed to be there.
It's not a whole lot
when you have James. I can just call James, and he'll tell me what not to do.
It's not a whole lot harder, but it is harder than the cave you're supposed to be in. It's like 3 levels higher.
James, I figured out.
It's not. You're not.
Your new venture. You can be a Final Fantasy hotline.
Yes. Instead of Ask Jeeves, it's Ask James.
Ask James.
I would fail at this.
No, you wouldn't.
No, dude, you are super tolerant. You are super patient. Do you know how you've had me talking in y'all's ear the whole time when you're trying to play games for like 5 of these? You're super patient. You could take the dumbest of questions.
But I'm the one playing.
It's a matter of knowing the stuff.
Yes, Mark's on, but James is playing like on his little thingy-madoodah. He's just not on the screen. I am imagining with my mind that he's in the exact same place that you are.
What else would you imagine?
I am. I actually think I'm on the same floor as well.
I don't know. I don't really
I'm,
know.
however, not playing along. I am like on a 10-second delay, and I'm just talking about things y'all have already completed.
Well, I've completed. Sean's not played 1, 2, or 3, have you?
I've played 3. I have played 3. The majority of the way through, I think, but it was a very, very long time ago. I'm just going to rearrange my items.
Is there are there any of the later games that y'all haven't played yet?
I have not played the majority of 14 and Type 0.
I haven't
I've not played Lightning Returns.
I haven't played 13.2 or Lightning Returns.
Oh man.
I had Lightning Returns. Or I did. I recently bought 13.2 and Lightning Returns again for the PS3, and I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna finally play all these again so I get the story down. Turns out my PS3 won't play discs, so I can't play the original 13 or Lightning Returns.
Hey, well, I'm actually hoping that they do a port to the PS4. I don't see why they wouldn't, because they don't really have to do anything. It's just not dated.
Just move it over. Just put it on forward.
I really do want a port because I've got 13.2 on the PC, but it's really terrible port to the PC.
Both of them really are not very good. Steam.
13.2 is such a fun game. It's like 10.2 in the sense that people shit on it, but God, it just gets everything right. It took everything we whined about for like the originals, and it fixed it. And then everyone's like, "Oh, what'd you get the sequel?"
I like 13's battle system better than 13.2. Except I did like that you didn't die when your leader died.
That is my big thing because I don't the battle system at all, except for the fact that you can't switch your party around. I miss that. I don't like having just 1 or 2 and then having to capture monsters and stuff. That was weird, but I can handle it. But because on the first one, Fang was like the queen of like getting one-shotted to death, and I always had her as my leader, and it was annoying as hell. But her defense
issues. I had issues whenever I tried to play as Hope.
Yeah, me
If I wanted to play as Hope, I would die, but if anything else, it was good.
I don't think Hope was anybody's leader. I mean, people are like, oh, he's so great because he has Protect. I was like, it doesn't work for him. It might work for you keep him alive long enough to give everybody else Protect, and then you get rid of him and just don't pay attention.
No, fuck Protect. It's all about bravery and faith. Like, my favorite things are Bravery, Faith, D-Brave, and D-Protect, and D-Shell. That was, like, all I ever used.
Another thing. I really like that 13 implemented saboteurs. Like, someone that just, all they did is, their whole job is just to fuck your shit up. Yeah, that's what and, like, we're not going to be good at anything but ruining your day. They can kill you, but we're going to be, like, throwing the banana peels out into the battlefield. That's why I like Vanille so much.
Vanille's so
you pretty much have to have her, you pretty much have to have a saboteur in some battles.
Oh man, there was one, there's so many of those hard, especially when you're in a Grand Pulse, and the enemies just get crazy bad.
Who was that massive giant guy? Was he a giant Falcine man? Like Titan?
Yeah, he was, but you never fight him. Yeah, you don't fight him.
Mm-hmm.
He just basically stands there like a big giant rock, and he's like, prove worth to me, and you gotta do all these god awful.
Don't you?
Oh wait, you do? Oh wait, as a
or it's like it may not be him, but it's it's not really like anything crazy. It's like early on, and it's like just his hand or something.
Oh, damn it.
I've not played 13.2 in a long time, so
like a
I It may have been. I don't really remember much about 13.2.
You managed to, like, you beat him. I mean, he's also one of the secret endings, kind of like you go back, and if you beat him that early. I don't think it's supposed to be him. If it is him, I'll be disappointed, because that guy was a jerk, and I kind of like the big, gentle giant from 13. That guy was over here like, I'm just gonna smash your town, because I feel like it. Here's my giant hand, and I
always saw the guy in the back of 13, like, you better be glad I ain't closer to you. I'd fuck you up. Better be glad there's a mountain between us.
Just my oh man. talk about nobody has made me as angry in a video game in such a long time as much as that Alyssa chick in 13-2. God, I hate her so much.
James, what's a power plus?
Sean hasn't played it yet. So.
Power plus is like the power source from 7, increases your strength by 1.
Oh, cool. So I should give that to
That's
Amy.
very.
She can inject it.
Sure.
Into her abs.
It's pretty rare actually, so you got lucky there.
Steroids.
Oh, I was like, what the hell are you talking about? And then I see power. This delay sucks.
How do I get this room full of chests, James? I need my treasure. I need my treasure wedgies. Amy will know what treasure wedgies are.
And I was thinking about a room full of blood-covered ass.
Go to the left. Go back outside of the lava and go to the left.
I thought you said blood-covered arse then. I was like...
No, you said it was a room full of chests, and I kept thinking of like a room full of chests.
Boobies.
Who's your favourite character in WoW so far?
Look at that booty.
I got that whole ending yesterday because I was like, I gotta beat it before Comrades comes out, and I did, and I was so pissed off. I know I'm playing it blind, but I mean, I know I wasn't so bad that I deserved the shit ending.
Wait. You beat WoW?
Oh, I beat it in the sense that that horrible ending where I was like...
It's really depressing. It's really depressing.
I mean, it wasn't even just depressing. It was like, I was a little bit angry because, you know, when you're a decent gamer, and I know I'm at least a decent gamer, I never deserved to get the bad ending, and I thought that's what I got, and I was about to get pissed.
Here's the thing. Did you get the first ending, the second ending, or the true ending?
No, I know I guess someone told me while I was like upset about it, they're like, you kind of have to get that ending in order to move forward or something. So I went to that ending and it immediately asked me if I wanted to keep playing, so I did. And so now Tom has been resurrected and Seraphie is...
Tama Mohime.
What happened?
Tama Mohime.
What happened at the end of WoW?
Oh, okay, so I whooped ass, and after I beat Brandilis, he went and grandstanded a bit, and Lon got real mad and decided to punch him out with his big old giant arm thing, and they all turned into a big old crystal. And so Brandy started crying, and she said, I want to go home. And then it goes to her like falling through the time stream, the story of Crux, whatever the hell it is, and Tama asks her, or Tama Hime. So
that's not the end.
Well, I know it's not. Oh, I know it's not like the end, but I thought it was because then they made me go through the credits, and then it was like the end, and I was like, this sucks.
Well, there's another ending, and then there's another ending, and then there's a true ending that you can unlock after that.
Yeah, and the thing is I know I'm not gonna get it because I am not going through those mini games. I could do it, but I can't.
I can't actually remember what you have to do to get the true ending, to be honest.
Well, you don't actually have to do that good on the mini games. You don't have to do the perfect. It's not that hard to get the decent, good enough to get the ending. But to do good enough to get like the mirages and stuff, don't fuck with that shit. Don't do it.
I think that was one of the fastest platinums I've done. I don't know. I just enjoyed the game, to be honest. Oh, what?
I was just killing time till 15 came out.
I'll be honest that I did not really enjoy the game. Every time y'all asked me if I was liking it, I was like, I don't want to lie to him, but yeah, it's okay. And in my head, I'm like, this game is dumb. It belongs on a cell phone. But
I liked it.
Well, no. The thing is I don't like that gotta catch 'em all stuff, and I was like, where's the plot? This sounds like a fanfic come to life because it's all the Final Fantasy characters mishmashed.
Come to life.
Yeah, but then like once the part, and it gets all depressing, like Tama, commits suicide and stuff. I was like, okay, it's starting getting good. So it officially started getting good this morning.
Getting good when people commit suicide. I see.
And, I mean, maybe you can tell I'm in a mood today. but yeah, level 65 things start to pick up a little bit.
It doesn't really get epic until after that, so.
Well, you know what was also interesting is that they didn't pull any punches. They make sure after that like fake out ending, your main characters were assholes. Like they were dicks. They were not nice people. I was like, rock on. I mean, I don't. I'm glad they changed and all that. But I mean, it's showing that someone can change.
Oh yeah, what they did to their adopted sister.
The entire world and murder their parents.
Yeah, that was. I forgot. That was kind of fucked up. Once you beat everything, though, there's a. You can go back to the twins' room and look at a who's who. There's a lot of interesting dialogue in there.
Oh, dialogue?
There's not. Well, it's not a dialogue, but it's like text.
Oh no, dude! I've been reading that since the beginning. Every time, you know, I do a few interventions, because sometimes it fucks up and it like puts people I haven't met yet in there. So I was like, ooh, I know Diablo's gonna be in here, and like, ooh, what's this thing that looks like Tama but it's yellow? And I found it, you know, it was like Demon Tama in the Castle X9. But yeah, I'm a nerd.
Wasn't it?
Oh yeah, oh that is something I didn't like either. Why did they make Carbuncle evil? I don't like that.
Because you
I like it because it was definitely like not expected.
Yeah.
And why did it make me murder him like 5 times? I didn't like that either. I was like, stop making me hit him.
They were just illusions anyway.
Well, the death groan that it was doing every time I struck it down made me die a little inside.
I killed him with one hit every single time. He popped up and was like, battle time, and I was like, holy. And he died. I guess I was too strong.
Well, I mean, I was level 60 or so, but I mean, I'm not... One thing I'm not doing is I don't strategically stack. Like, if I go into my stack setup and it's like, you're super weak, I'm like, whatever. And so I get knocked around a lot. I don't really strategize that much. I just try and have every element on the table. So...
I like to have a sturdy stack.
I think you have to have... Because Meteor's... I think you have to have Flare and Meteor to get Ultima.
I've got Flare, because I got that from or the Mirror Jewel anyway. I don't know where who's got Meteor.
What I don't like about
Meteor
World of Final Fantasy is the AP system. Like, you only get 12 AP total, and it's got like everything costs like the really powerful spells cost like 9 or 10 apiece.
Oh, speaking of which, I love Tama's like 12 AP attack, that Blossom thing. That sounds super stupid, but it's really OP. I like that. It's like Blossom Strike. But something else I don't like is when you start leveling up, like your party and your Mirages continue to level, and you know, just they keep going, you know, level 29, 30, 31, but they don't get any SP points, and I really don't like that. I don't know how to get more of those. I can't max out my my grids.
Yeah, you'll get enough as you level up. Because you have to, in order to get a trophy, you have to max 100 of them.
I know, but the thing is I got Mimic Queen for like Riku's intervention quest, and I got her up to like I had to transfigure a magic box or magic pot, whatever, for it. So that magic pot was already at like level 40. So here I am sitting at a level 60-something Mimic Queen, and she's only got like 3 skills on there because she's not getting any SP because she was already leveled so high when I transfigured her. So I'm like, this is dumb. I don't like it. If this is a phone, you'd be asking me for money to instantly upgrade her. That's why the game was built for a phone.
I'm lost.
You're gonna get lost. This place is kind of a maze.
Help me.
I'm still fighting horny devils, okay? Give me a moment.
Tell Alfie to leave you alone.
Lots of lava. There's a lot of lava.
The floor is lava.
Everything's lava.
I'm going back to the chests in that room.
Hey.
I didn't get to that room. I couldn't find a way.
Why did you give up? It's in the second door from the left. You go up and around.
Oh my god.
Hey, you know what? Did anybody put a link to this in the group?
I think Sean said he was.
I thought you said you were. I said to you,
I was going. You said you asked me to, and I went to, and you were like, "Oh no, I got it."
No, I didn't say, "Oh no, I've got it." When did I say that?
When you had the link up on the screen, you were like, "I got it on the screen."
No.
I thought you said you were doing it.
Yo, we make such a good team.
It's cool.
We do. We're equally dysfunctional. It works out just fine, though, I think.
I just noticed that nobody has even opened the door and popped their head in. Not even once.
Oh, but we're used to that, so it's cool.
Yeah, that happens every time. So regardless of the link posted, so it's fine. There was a fourth person watching a minute ago. They're gone now, though.
Oh, really?
I got another Power Plus.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Those are rare as shit.
Got it from the ogres or the dogs. I was fighting both.
The dogs.
Amy, you're getting super powered.
My blood-covered abs are... I can't...
Burning.
What's stronger than blood?
With manly fire. I mean, womanly fire.
I don't mind. I'm gonna dress up as my monk for Christmas or Halloween. Who dresses in?
I'm gonna have to teleport
Just
out,
like
James.
naked with a wristband.
Now, shoulder pads, leg warmers, and blood-covered abs. And now I have a cape for some reason, which is... Well, I kind of always had a cape or something. I can't wear my headband anymore, though. It bums me out.
You still wear your headband. Pretend it's there.
No, I look like Bran from the Goonies, and now I don't, and I'm depressed. Whoa. Sean, you got issues. It doesn't say monk next to my name anymore.
No, you're a master.
You're a master. Master Amy.
You're a master monk.
Does that mean I'm the master over everybody? Am I the boss?
No.
Yes, master.
You can be James's master. He is now a naked white mage, S&M.
White wizard. White wizard.
Color.
How white? Wait, what?
Nice. It's James's white mage has the same hair color as you.
Yeah, blonde.
It's not blonde.
Yeah, it is.
Rose is blonde.
Hey, my white mage is blonde. Well, it's red because of the flames. That's just the color.
Yeah, I feel bad.
I think I might have to escape from here and come back in. So I've mucked things up.
You've already teleported
Don't
out.
you have like a mini?
Yeah, no, I wanted to get to the room with all the chests.
Hey, it's a Hill Gigas.
Gigas?
One of the short stories has got a Hill Gigas in it.
Does it?
Yeah, there's only like 3 stories that are up, but one of them has got a Hill Gigas in it.
Yeah, I haven't seen the new ones yet.
I think there's only 3. Yeah. There's James, have you been reading any of them?
Reading any what?
The short story is a contest in the group.
Nope. I've read none. I've read 1.
That hurts because Sean and I are both authors in that contest.
Well, no, I've read 2. I've read Sean's and I've read John B's.
But you can't say.
But I've read both of those.
Wait, so they're not anonymous for you?
No, but he's not a judge.
I've read them.
So it doesn't matter.
I've read them both before they were uploaded. So they weren't finished yet, but I've read them both.
Don't tell me which ones they are, because I only know which one is...
I ain't telling you shit. Sean's is obvious.
No, because... No, it's not. It's the one that I thought was Sean's. I found there was a peasant that kind of outed himself as being the author. So there were a couple I thought were Sean's, but one of them I know is not. So the only people I know for sure...
No, wait, which is the one that you know isn't mine, but you thought was?
Okay, don't laugh, because I really enjoyed it, okay? I really did. It was one of my favorites. It was the one with the Moogle that was fighting Odin.
Oh, that one.
The Moogle. I thought it was really well written. And I was like, you know what? I was like, the whole underdog, the idea of bad guys being like the heroes, I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. And then as it turns out, the dude that wrote it's a real chode. He was all...
That's not nice.
Ooh, a laughter worm.
No.
I like this point.
They were complaining about the point system. They're like, you don't need to have like 1 point separating 1 point. And, you know, if you're a judge, you know that it's not that we were that picky, it's that that's just basic math. When you add things up together and you divide them by the number of judges and whatever, you get decimals. We weren't that kind of assholey, but it doesn't matter. It's actually a decent... Yeah. I want to know which one's Monty's. So.
I think I know which one Monty's was, but I'm not gonna.
I wanted somebody to write a comedy, and nobody wrote a comedy. I wanted to write one.
Serious.
I can write tragedies, not comedy.
Time.
Oh, and I know which one Jade's is. Jade and Danielle, I know which ones theirs are. Because I helped Jade with hers, with some grammar stuff.
I knew Jade's the moment I saw hers. The title was like, I was like, oh, that's Jade.
Yeah, but there's a reason.
Oh, is it like your situation? You're like, what's that?
I can't say why it's hers for any possible listeners that might be on the stream, you know.
It's the three voices that we hear. Unless he's getting hacked. But
oh no,
how do you know which one it is? Like, what's in the title that gives it away that makes it hers?
Because
I mean, I know it's a really weird...
Because it's something that's relevant it's something that's relevant to her, so he knows.
Oh, okay.
But, it's not super... Yeah.
You say it's not good? That's not nice.
Without going into specifics, what was, did you get any really bad criticism, like not mean, but like, particularly like, oh, not a good writer criticism on yours?
There was only one criticism that I didn't agree with. The rest of them, which were fair enough, but one of them I didn't agree with at all because I thought I'd done the complete opposite, and I didn't really understand how they could see it that way. But the rest of them I totally agreed with. It's fine. Like, it didn't bother me.
I wonder if I was the one that
No, it wasn't you. It wasn't you.
Oh, okay.
It was me.
Mine.
You didn't give me the best score though.
I did what? I didn't?
You didn't give me the best score out of the rest of them, I don't think.
Oh, so I was one of the lower scores? You know, the problem is if you're one of those...
You were mid.
The problem is that the ones in the beginning, I tend to give... I've noticed in this round that I would rank them higher, and then as the quality improved with later...
You had to go
like,
back
you know, up in 10s and 15s and stuff. Yeah, it was hard to go down. I didn't want to take points away from something I felt like I honestly judged, but then there were obviously better...
It's because you have to find your level, yeah.
Yeah, and so I was struggling with like not giving everybody the same score, and I think I ended up maybe scoring some too low, and then some of them I was a little bit too lax with. But that's why I'm not going to judge at all until I get a bunch of them. I'm just gonna write comments.
Which story you think is mine?
You didn't write one.
You sure about that?
No, but you haven't read any, and I don't like that. I know that. Okay, so now I didn't know John B wrote one, so now I know he did. I know Monty did. Jade, Sean, Danielle. Are we all fucking judges that wrote these? That's 5.
There was 30.
It's like we're all judging each other, and everybody probably knows who the other one is except for me.
No,
I know he did one. That random dude that's pissed about the judging. Yeah, I don't know. 29, and I only got 7 on my fingers. I just want to know. There are so many that I want them to finish, but there was this one story, James. It was so weird. It started out like a diary entry, and Sean don't know which one I'm talking about. And it's like, dear diary, you know, today I was walking through the slums, and then I saw a dead Moogle floating in the sewer. And then somebody stabbed my mom in the back of the and drove it all the way up the neck. God.
It was like, dear diary, I live in the slums. Every day is hard. And today I went down to try and find some fish in the river. There was a dead Moogle floating by, blood streaming from his body. I went to see if he was okay, but he said some last words and then died. And then he went home. He went home, and my mum was there with some of the guards, and they immediately stabbed her in the spine.
and the way you described it, it makes it sound like they cut his mom in half, like from asshole to mouth, like just. Oh god, it was
quite brutal.
I'm more concerned that you guys are laughing at this. That's terrible.
You've got to read it. You have to read it.
We're both busting out laughing at how it's so funny. There was a dead animal floating in the water, and somebody's mother was cleaved in twain.
That's my kind of humor.
If your life is that bad, you gotta find some kind of humor in it. Because Sean wasn't exaggerating. It was like, Dear Diary, I live in the slums, and today I saw a dead Moogle floating in the sewer. I mean,
it was done from like a cute perspective, like it was a little kid that was about 6, but then it was just like, there was a dead Moogle. It was so depressing.
Oh, this is cute!
Oh dear.
Oh, and then was that other one. That one about... This one I thought had a real... These are all ones that got, like, dumped on so they don't continue, James. But there's this one about this old guy who was, like, talking to his grandkids. And then he had this one little boy that was 4 years old. And somehow by the end of the story, he's, like, not old anymore. And his grandma turned into a bird. She was like Phoenix. I don't know. That one, I can't even remember the name of it, but it was a really original premise if it was written by somebody with multiple personalities, and they just didn't have a grip on who was writing the story while they were writing the story.
I've read a lot of fan fictions like that, but I've been looking for good stories.
The one that I thought had a quite a good premise, but I don't. The execution was quite bad. Was the one with all the different? It was like the Hunger Games, and there was a different representative for each of the summons.
The one with like 8 jillion carbuncles.
Yeah, but each representative had a carbuncle of their own, but instead of introducing them in a flowing pattern, they introduced about 10 characters one after the other. Like
that was my problem.
It was my brain couldn't handle it.
Because I thought
that's a lot of characters to introduce in a prologue.
It was a lot.
Well, I think that people were trying to do a lot of exposition in the prologue. Rather, I think that it's kind of nuanced that you want to get people hooked in what you're trying to say, but then you also don't want to just throw so much information at them that they can't. They don't want to read anymore, and there's certainly a few of those.
There was also one that I didn't agree with. Some people graded it quite highly. And it was a prologue the prologue was just exposition, and that was it. It was like, in the beginning, there was Bahamut. He created the chaos, which was souls of the people, which went to the planet, and then Alexander was in front of the Soul Gate, and I was like, what is going on? There's not even a character.
Sounds like reading the Bible of Final Fantasy. And Bahamut begat Alexander, and...
No, because they took the Book of Genesis and literally did a Mad Lib with Final Fantasy characters in the Book of Genesis. I did not rate that heavy at all because it felt like you were copying something that everybody literally on the planet, for the most part, knows.
Well, I was originally everybody.
Yeah. You know what, James? I don't even have anything to say after you know what, James.
James.
Nothing.
That's what most people end at, but I hear that a lot.
James.
What's your middle name, James? Tell it when I'm disappointed in you.
James,
you don't have
my name is Amy.
Can you guide me through the dungeon now to the boss?
They call me Jamie sometimes.
James.
Jamie works.
They really do. It's like my middle name is Michael.
James.
Okay, I'm supposed to be a Michael.
Guide me through the boss.
Sean, do you go from the entrance through the stairs to the boss? That's how you get to the end.
Yeah, but I got stuck.
See, I'm so old.
Where are you stuck at?
Use ultrasound.
I got down to like the 4th floor, and then I could not find where to go. Like you go
okay,
right
I'm in the
here.
4th floor now.
Okay, one sec. You go right here. Okay, this is weird. I've gone back into the dungeon. I've got down to the 4th floor without one battle. That was odd. Encounter rate just suddenly dropped off completely.
Well, it also depends.
It's because your Warrior of Light has really bad BO from walking in full armor around all that lava. And they're trying to stay
you
away.
should be naked like us lot.
I know. I mean, at least y'all might got some third-degree burns, but
you've got a loincloth.
Just
a loincloth.
I mean, I just want my damn headband back.
You don't need it.
When you get to the 4th floor, you'll go back up to the 3rd floor on another staircase.
Okay, I'm on the 4th floor. Oh no, yeah, I did that. I think. You go down and to the right, yeah?
Yeah. And then you go kind of left, down, and then left again to get to the next floor. But there's a lot of treasure in there if you want to look for it, but I don't think there's anything worthwhile. I don't remember what's there. Could be worth looking if you want to, but I'm not going to bother with it. There's nothing amazing in here.
Oh my god. Amy appeared in the chat. Left, down, and left. I've done that, and there's nothing there. I'm confused, James.
You may have went too far to the left. It's really short, actually.
So, go down.
Go back to the...
I'm over here yelling at you, and I'm on a 10-second delay. I'm like, no, go back down. And then when you go down,
this is the difficulty of trying to tell Jake where to go in The Last of Us.
in any game.
Well, The Last of Us is even harder because he's constantly running around to avoid people.
Oh, I think I found it.
Like, the rifle! Or Ellie told you to look, damn it, go look at Ellie. You want to hear about this?
To be fair, the bow is hard to get used to, but once you get good at it, it's like the best weapon in the game.
Well, once he turned it on a hard difficulty, he started nailing people in the face.
That's because he always likes to try and do it for hard to hard. I mean, when he played Nier Automata, he tried playing it on hard for about 20 hours until he gave up. he got anally raped about 1,000 times before he gave up on that hard mode.
He had 30 wipes the other day.
Yeah, that was nothing compared to Nier Automata, trust me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I never made it past in Nier. I want to buy it, though. I want to play it.
I've made a masterpiece.
Spoiled.
Once you beat the game, you need to go back and watch Jake's final boss playthrough of World of Final Fantasy.
Oh, wait.
It's the most amusing thing ever. I don't... Did he? No, I don't think he did. Not at that time.
Then just answer me
that was
this.
his...
Don't tell me, but is the final boss actually Brandalus?
Can't say.
Okay, then don't. I was just gonna say you can tell me it is or it isn't, but don't tell me who it is. Okay.
Don't tell me, but is it?
I just... I'm just getting really weird vibes from Anna Crow. Like, something's like... I don't know, head fixing charge somehow...
there's some stuff with her, but I don't think it's part of the main story.
She seems to like you've got all the control, and you over here like the puppet
I know what her true name. I know what her true name is. Actually, two. Oh,
I know.
Both of them. Her true name and identity.
I've been trying to figure out who she's supposed to be since like a while. I know she's
you wouldn't be able to
the,
figure it out, really.
It's in a teacup.
You'll learn most of that through the teacup girl stuff.
No,
that's another thing. What is there to do in the world anymore? All I have are intervention quests. There's nothing to do in the actual world, is there?
I think.
I mean, I could grind. I felt like grinding.
It's been a while, but I think most of it is intervention stuff. For a little while.
Yeah, you have to do it. You have to do all the interventions for the what was it? The Fabulous Five. I can't remember what they're called.
Yeah, it's not. Oh, it's nothing crazy. You've already done a bunch of them, but you have to do a few specific ones, and then.
I did like 10 of them this morning, but the thing is that when I quote unquote like restarted the game, I immediately started in on some of the ones that were obviously the main story interventions, and then you got the one little mini adventures down below. And I should have started with the mini ones. The motherfuckers hard. I used up every single spellstone I had. Like, how are you gonna... Well, I don't know. My weapon wasn't hard, but I started off a little big for my britches. I never died, but I wasted my inventory. I'm kind of... Yeah.
You might... Those spellstones really help against the final boss. Really help.
I'm gonna be in the Coliseum for a while. Just
I don't think Jake had any spellstones. when he got to the. We were all like, use the spell stones, and he was like, oh yeah, I'm using the spell stones, but he wasn't using the spell stones. He wasn't doing what we were telling him, but he thought he was, and he was getting so pissed off at us. He lost his faith in the live stream crew that day.
Had y'all actually beat the game, or was it like pretty soon after the game? Well, no, because the game's been out for longer than
it came out
streamed it.
About 13 months ago.
Really? The game is that fresh? I don't know why I thought it was like 2014.
Hell no, it came out right before 15 came out.
Huh. Talk about, wow, they buried that lead. I don't even remember. I mean, shit.
It filled the void before 15, yeah, for me.
Well, 15 was supposed to come out first, but they delayed it and then it came out after. So he decided to stream WoW, and I was like dying, so I needed something to do. So I ended up buying it so I could play something until it came out, and then I ended up getting platinum on it and meeting all the peasants.
Yeah,
I helped you.
Yeah, we both helped each other.
Holy crap! And just since you gave me that Phoenix, not only did I go and I went and found that secret area and found it, but holy crap, that thing has saved my ass so many times.
Phoenix is cool.
I mean, now he's kind of just middle of the road like everyone else is, but when you gave it to me, I was like, yeah, come at me, everybody.
What level was he when I gave him? Was he level 1 or was he close to your level?
No, he was right at it. It was like 53 or 54.
Yeah, that was useful.
But he had a mastered board. So, right now the only board I have mastered is Shiva. And I got like...
Oh, Shiva was my first one I got of those. Oh,
when
you got a bunch of stones in it.
When you fully master a board, they give you an option for a mastery ability. It could be like magic plus. Yeah. That's really good stuff. I think it gave...
It has these passive abilities, and some of them are like, oh yeah, that's cool, and then on Shiva's Magic plus it greatly affects your power level, it says on there. I was like, oh, that's a given. I wonder, does it ever deviate from the abilities it gives you after you master? Like, does it give you different ones?
Oh, I found the right... Oh, cool.
Not really, but you can master like other forms, like transfigure them to another form, and you can usually master that form too. If there's like... Because Fenrir has two different versions. There's like a regular Fenrir, then there's like black Fenrir, or electric Fenrir or something. But you can transfer between both of those and master them twice for different abilities.
So you are the ones who defeat the Fiend of Earth.
I don't even know. I don't think I have do I have story Fenrir? I might.
He's not really a story. He's just a regular Mirage.
Oh,
you fight him in the story.
Oh, it's Medusa.
Well, I don't know which ones are storied and which ones aren't, so I run around looking for these a-holes, not knowing how many there are, but there's something, I do have a question. In Besaid, you do like this little mini-adventure, and this kid's like, I want this white fluffy thing that looks like a dog, but it's not a dog, and I assumed it was a white knack, like from Icicle Ridge. So I caught him, and that's not what he wants. What's the white dog thing that's not a dog he wants?
Girl, it's been a year since I played this game. I don't remember. I've got all of them.
You need to tell me that you can tell Sean when he's like taking a wrong turn in like lava hell, and you can't tell me what that little boy wants in Crusade.
I only played World of Final Fantasy one time.
Wait, you mean monsters he wants to see?
Yeah, he wants to. You have to bring in different mirages.
Yeah.
Yeah, and more than one.
Yeah, he asked for different ones. The first one, and then
he wants a bunch of them.
Oh, dick. If he wants that many, he can go get his own. Damn.
You have to bring him like 15 or something like that. That's crazy.
Whoa, that is ridiculous.
Yeah, you get decent stuff for it though. It's not a big deal.
No time for that. Well, what's the first one? It's like it's white and fluffy, and it looks like a dog, but it's not a dog. What the hell is that supposed to be?
You're asking me from something I don't hardly remember. It's like asking me which Pokemon is like fucking a specific Pokemon from like Gen 5, which I've not played.
Hey, does anybody here play Pokemon Go?
Play what?
Pokemon Go.
No. Fucking no.
Pokemon.
I despise that game. I play Pokemon for the RPG elements, not for the go out and catch everything bullshit.
When that game came out, I was in Japan at the time, and I was there with some family members, and they were so fucking mad because it came out in America. It was and it was in Europe, but it was not in Japan. And nobody was happy. They were like, Pokemon is Japanese, and they don't have Pokemon Go. And my family members that were super into it were all kinds of pissed off that because they knew about the international Pokemon that would only be available overseas in certain places. And we were there for 2 weeks, and they thought that their whole damn vacation was ruined. I swear. That game lasted 2 weeks on my phone.
Sean, you're ahead of me now.
I have the Crystal of Fire. I picked the right way out of all the different spokes of the wheel.
Yeah, I've been taking all the spokes for treasure.
Yeah, well, I went in one
but
place
I think
and it
just
had some stones. Oh, wait, what? Hellfire Chasm? Oh, I see. The statue moves.
That's where Alfie lives. Hellfire Chasm.
I think it's in Japanese, but it's the same basic thing.
He's from the depths of hell.
God, they have good food there.
Oh, I can go out and get the treasure now anyway. It's cool. It doesn't look
well, it's, just go to the left path.
Is that the only one with treasure?
Yeah, I don't have anything good. It's got like a flame mill in it. I'm just now fighting the boss. My realist.
Oh, it died very
name
quickly.
Your kids after Final Fantasy character?
Do what?
I said, would either one of y'all consider naming like one of your kids after a Final Fantasy character?
I would consider it, but it depends what character.
Well, if it... I'm not saying that someone has to talk you into it. I'm saying if you had a kid, what's one that you would be like, you know what? I could totally see my firstborn named, you know, Squall.
Warrior of Light.
A bit of a wall.
Wall.
Wall-E.
I actually kind of like Rain's name if I had like a daughter. That's not like a crazy out there name.
Sarah.
Celeste is a good name.
No,
Sarah. There you go.
Yeah, but you call I call it Celeste. I've called it Celeste my entire life.
Yeah, but Celeste is a real name.
And I'm also... I've never heard
Celeste. I have actually said it's usually spelled differently, but I used to call her Celeste, but I like Celeste better since I heard it like that.
Celeste is a word, but Celeste is I don't know. But something else
Celeste sounds cool.
Was do y'all say Ramu? I've always said Rama, like ramen, but like with no N, like Rama. And then in WAP they say Ramu, and it's not shampoo.
Oh, well,
I kind of switch between
depends.
the two, to be honest.
Yeah, so that's pretty much how I go. Ramu or Rama, or I say everything differently at different times of the day.
Or they said Rama at in Final Fantasy 15. I could have sworn they had. And they don't say Ramu.
Ramu. All I can think of is Yu-Gi-Oh! Ramu!
I've never played Yu-Gi-Oh!
Ramu. Oh, the anime.
I watched different animes when that came out. Everybody was spinning on Yu-Gi-Oh!
When it starts off, it says, it's like Yamu, 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 but it sounds like Ramu. You have to watch the intro again. That's good.
You know, there's something older that I've always wanted to watch that I avoided, but I think I really want to watch that Avatar. I know it's not anime, but
I know it was quite
Which
good.
one? Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Yeah, that was quite good.
That's a fucking awesome. One of my favorite shows of all time.
And it's not that I missed it. I kind of actively avoided it because I was a little bit of an elitist asshole. I was like, it's no real anime. I'm not gonna watch it.
It is a westernized anime cartoon.
I'm told it's genuinely really good.
Yeah,
enough to get a shitty M. Night Shyamalan adaptation. So I'd like to watch it.
I love Avatar: The Last Airbender. That's why I'm so pissed off at the movie they made about it.
I was just about to say James loved the movie as well.
Don't even come at me with that.
Actually, I liked the movie for wait for it. I love Dev Patel, and so I kind of like anything he does. He's my Slumdog Millionaire.
Except for that.
I didn't. This is an unpopular opinion too. I did not hate The Dragon Ball Evolution movie.
Oh, wait, what? No, excuse me.
But it's absolutely, it is absolutely, it's not Dragon Ball, but it's like loosely based on the characters, kind of.
It's not Dragon Ball at all. It's literally not. It's not. No, it's really not.
It needs a different character. It needs new characters and a different name, and it would be a decent standalone movie.
I thought that he was decent, but damn, if that wasn't the most weirdest ass storyline. I hate Dragon Ball Z, and even I was watching it. Like, how did this get made?
Well, I think I watched it before I ever really got into the anime. Like, all I'd really seen was just the movie.
I looked when it came out, and they were not happy about it.
I didn't get into anime for a long time. A friend of mine showed me, what was it? I think it was Dragon Ball first. I watched Dragon Ball, then Dragon Ball Z, and then GT, and then I watched Naruto. And that's
GT was shit. I hated. I can't even remember what happened in that. It was terrible.
GT was weird, but I didn't hate it. I don't despise it like everyone else seems to. No, but I don't like it.
The reason I don't like it is like I know it's a good anime when I remember what happens. I cannot for the life of me apart from Goku turning into a kid again, I can't actually remember what happened. And there's like
that was bullshit. I don't know.
Yeah, it was
what
so
even
weird.
The point of that was.
It was so weird. Oh no, it wasn't it that it had the dark dragons and the Dragon Balls. That was very weird. Very strange.
There was the Black Star Dragon Balls, and the Dragon Balls were used too much, and they shattered, so they couldn't wish Goku back. And they had to go out and find the universe Black Star Dragon Balls, and they'd been used so many times that they were corrupted, and like they released the Dark Dragons or something or other. I forget. There was like Omega.
That sounds very Dragon Ball-y though. That sounds really like way out of the way and convoluted, just like Dragon Ball already is.
Pretty much. He ended up having to like fight Omega Shenron or something to. And
it sounds
Goku
like
had
It sounds like Power Rangers.
I don't remember. I remember Goku ended up dying at the end of it. He had to sacrifice himself, and he ended up like fusing with the real Shenron and defeating them all. And then he like permanently died. Like his spirit left, and he actually went on a training trip with Shenron or something like that.
James,
basically like a spiritual defender.
Do I get death or stun?
Okay, quick question. Who would win in a fight?
No.
Don't get either.
Goku or One Punch Man?
One Punch Man.
Well...
Why?
Because
it's technically One Punch Man.
No. Because I know he won't necessarily beat him in one punch, but had you seen the anime, like he would fuck Goku up. You haven't even seen half of it. You haven't even seen 10% of what he can do. He would fuck him up. Like Goku would be
That's
dead.
the thing is, we don't know what he One
can do.
Punch Man has been shown so far as being impenetrable, and but he's never. He would win because he's not made. His whole design is to never lose a battle, but we've never actually seen him. Like they've never actually shown his limits. We've never seen him fight anyone that's remotely at the level of Goku.
At the end of the first series of One Punch Man, he throws one punch with a normal amount of force, and he obliterates the most powerful being in the universe. He just literally does a normal punch.
You mean was it Boro or something? Borok or something?
Boros.
Okay,
Boros.
Well, that's the thing though, is like One Punch Man, Saitama can't really control his power. He just kind of slightly punch, and he fucks shit up. Whereas Goku's been trained from the beginning to control his power. He can do that, but he can control his ki, so he doesn't do that.
No. I think One Punch Man can do it, but because he knows, like, he doesn't put any effort in, because like he just has to tap someone and then they die. But if he was being serious, he'd absolutely wreck his anus. So I
crave to see One Punch Man in like his full strength. I want to really see what he can do.
I'm waiting for the second
But we don't know what he can really do. I want to see that
Amy,
too. I heard.
Amy, have you watched One Punch Man?
No, I just think it's funny to ask people who would win about One Punch Man because they always go ape shit.
No,
I derive great glee.
No,
People who
I
are
just,
like heavy
I just want to
Goku
say
fans,
something.
yeah.
I just want to say something now. I think everyone who has ever watched anime should watch One Punch Man, and it's not for the fight scenes, it's not for the overpowered
so
crazy
good.
stuff. It's for the messages and the actual. There's a lot of deep underlying messages in that anime, and there's a lot of satire as well. It's so well written. Like on the surface, you can just have it as a fun little anime, but if you actually look at what the message is going on about, like the true meaning of being a hero, it really does. It hits the nail on the head with that, and the whole creation behind the whole anime as well, which was originally some guy on the internet who really was into manga and stuff, and he wanted to be an artist and draw.
He couldn't draw.
Yeah, he couldn't draw. He couldn't draw, and people told him, "You have to give up. You're shit. Look at your drawings. They're basically stickmen." And he was like, "No, fuck you. I'm going to keep drawing." And his stories were so good that he gained a massive following, and the fucking anime came out of that because somebody approached him and was like, "I want to make an anime out of it," and that's one of the most popular things.
That's why most of his animation is like
okay.
shit-faced. But that's why he looks like an egg. But then whenever he gets epic anime mode, he turns awesome.
Yeah, it's worked in there really well. But he had like a really tough time with his job, and like he nearly had to quit his job, and his parent, like everyone he knew, he hid it from everyone because everyone basically shat on his work, but he never gave up with it. And I just thought it was a beautiful story. And to go with that, such a beautiful story within the anime, it's so good. It's my favourite of all time. There's nothing that will ever beat that now. That first season. I don't know what they're doing the second season, but my god, it's good. It's over the top and hilariously weird, but it is a good anime. Okay, I've done my rant now.
When we rant, we're just like talking.
I know, just watch it.
But we've been kind of stopped playing the game a while back, though.
Oh well, I did my objective for this part. Proceed with save.
Are you going to play anymore, or are you going to stop?
I'm going to stop because it's half past midnight. But we can still talk.
Could have saved it in half an hour ago.
Well, I'll end the stream now, but we can still talk. I'm not saying we have to disband.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, well, what I was doing. I'm so sorry that I just popped out. Is that 30th anniversary art exhibit? There's a grand opening in a couple of weeks, and I just registered a bunch of tickets for it. But they just did an event, and it's Toshiyuki Itahana, and he did Final Fantasy IX, Final Fantasy Fables, Chocobo's Dungeon, Crystal Chronicles, Explorers,